The river was calm. Almost too calm. A single boat drifted across the murky waters of the Amazon set, carrying with it a young woman who would soon become etched into cinematic history. Her white swimsuit glistened beneath the harsh studio lights, her striking beauty framed against the shadows of the jungle. She was about to swim her way into immortality. Julie Adams, the woman forever remembered as the beauty pursued by the beast. It was 1954 when the world first saw her in Creature from the Black Lagoon. A film that would terrify, mesmerize, and forever link Julie to one of Universal's most iconic monsters. She was Kay Lawrence, the scientist, the dreamer, the symbol of purity among darkness. But as the creature's scaly hands reached out for her beneath the water, the audience wasn't just watching a horror film. They were watching a nightmare wrapped around innocence itself. Julie wasn't born in Hollywood. She was born Betty Mae Adams, in Waterloo, Iowa, 1926. A small-town girl with a quiet voice, and yet an undeniable spark in her eyes. After moving to Arkansas as a child, she discovered a taste for performance, little realizing the road it would take her down. From humble beginnings, she would rise into the glare of Hollywood's golden spotlight, but the journey wasn't easy. At just 19, she entered, and won, a beauty contest. That win gave her a ticket out of the ordinary. It wasn't stardom yet, but it opened doors. Soon, she was making her way into the world of film, at first in small roles, westerns mostly, where the wide landscapes mirrored the vast emptiness of her own longing. She wanted more. And Hollywood wanted her. Universal Studios signed her. They saw not just her beauty, but her poise, her determination. She had that rare quality, innocence wrapped in strength, vulnerability with a hidden fire. It was the kind of face that could stop a man in his tracks, or bring a monster to its knees. And then came Creature from the Black Lagoon. Julie was terrified of the water. Few knew it then, but she had a fear of swimming in deep, murky places. Yet here she was, day after day, plunging into those dark tanks, pretending to be calm as the menacing Gillman glided beneath her. Audiences gasped as his webbed hands reached for her legs, his shadow drifting below while she moved with grace above the surface. That contrast, beauty and terror, made the film unforgettable. She would later laugh about it, saying she never could have imagined that one swimsuit would follow her for the rest of her life. But it did. Decades later, fans still clung to those images, the woman in white, the monster in black, forever bound together in cinema's memory. But Julie Adams was more than one role. She had a career spanning over 6 decades. She starred opposite Hollywood legends, James Stewart in Bend of the River, Charlton Heston in The Private War of Major Benson, Elvis Presley in Tickle Me. She appeared on television, too. Perry Mason, Bonanza, Murder, she wrote. Her face became familiar. Her voice soft but commanding, her presence undeniable, and yet, the curse of iconic beauty is that it overshadows. Everywhere she went, she was Kay Lawrence. She was the woman the creature loved. She was the dream of countless young men who'd watched that film alone in the dark. And for a time, she was trapped by it. Her personal life was complicated. She married actor Ray Danton in the mid-1950s. Their marriage gave her 2 sons, but it was far from happy. Hollywood often demanded sacrifices, and for Julie, stability was one of them. By the 1980s, the marriage had dissolved, leaving her to continue her career on her own terms, but Julie was no tragic figure. She embraced her past. She didn't run from it. At conventions, she signed autographs, smiling as fans brought old posters of Creature from the Black Lagoon. She'd say, "It was just another job at the time. But it turned out to be the best job I ever had." There was pride in her voice. Gratitude. In her later years, Julie wrote a memoir, The Lucky Southern Star, Reflections from the Black Lagoon. Within its pages, she spoke not only of her career but of survival in an industry that chews people up. Survival against the roles that typecast, survival against the passage of time itself. Her words revealed a truth. She was more than a pretty face. More than a scream, more than the girl in the swimsuit. She was a professional, an actress who worked tirelessly, who adapted, who endured, and yet, when she passed away in 2019, at the age of 92, the headlines all said the same thing. Julie Adams, star of Creature from the Black Lagoon, dies. The film that defined her in life, defined her in death. A blessing and a curse. Immortality, yes, but immortality in the shadow of a monster. Even now, when you watch those haunting underwater sequences, you see it. The beauty and the beast. The innocence and the darkness. And at the heart of it all, Julie Adams, forever swimming above, forever pursued, forever untouchable. Hollywood made her a legend, the Black Lagoon made her eternal.